No funny intro or goofy skit. Um, I just don't care right now. Just keeping it real and honest. But I do want to show Canes fans a picture that I saw floating around on social media. And I want you guys to just take a good, long, hard look at this. I want it to just sink in. I want you to soak it up. And honestly, more so not me looking at this, more the coaches and the players. I mean, bro, this makes me sick to my stomach. Posting up right there on our field. Throwing the U's upside down. Celebrating, beating down the Miami Hurricanes at Hard Rock Stadium. And I have to give it to them. I'm not going to sit here and trash them because they beat us. So what can I really say? Honestly. Whatever, man. What's going on, Canes fans? This is just my quick initial reaction to the Miami versus Middle Tennessee game. If you're new here, I basically just do a quick, here's some negatives, here's some positive takeaways. We take a look at the stats. We just chop it up about the game for a few minutes. And go ahead, you're more than welcome to talk your trash down in the comment section below. I'm talking to the Clemson fans, the FSU fans, the Middle Tennessee fans, because apparently there are a couple of them out there. You guys can talk all the trash you want because I have no comeback. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you because I have no room to talk any trash at this point. The Canes lose 45-31 against Middle Tennessee in a game that might not be the worst loss in program history, but in my opinion, it is most definitely one of the most embarrassing. And yes, I mean even more embarrassing than losing to FIU and LA Tech. This is, guys, Middle Tennessee is a Conference USA team. And I understand that there is, it's going to take some time to rebuild this program. I understand fully that there are going to be some growing pains. Heck, I've been one of the people on this platform that has been preaching that. I came out and said, hey, make sure that you taper your expectations a little bit because it's going to take some time. And I know that time is a dirty word amongst Canes fans because I am a Canes fan. I know this. I know that we don't want to hear that. But still, in my opinion, this loss is unacceptable. There are zero excuses for this one. I could maybe make some excuses for the Texas A&M game. Like I could come on here and be like, man, we couldn't score any touchdowns, but we limited them to 17 points. It was an 8-point loss, so technically a one-possession game. And I could pull a lot of positives away from that. However, for this one, man, all I can do is sit here and shake my head, bro. It's Middle Tennessee. This team lost to James Madison 44-7. I don't want to hear none of that junk about James Madison beating App State. I don't care. You're telling me that they could put up 44 points on Middle Tennessee and 31 is all we could muster? Are you telling me that their defense could hold them to 7 points, but ours gave up 45? I don't want to hear none of that. If we want to sit here and talk about numbers, then let me give you some. Their quarterback, Cunningham, only completed 16 passes, but those 16 passes totaled 408 yards. They burned our DBs all afternoon. A 71-yard touchdown pass, an 89-yard pass, a 69-yard touchdown pass, and a 98-yard touchdown pass. What? And where do I even begin with our quarterback situation? Now we apparently don't have a true QB1. There's going to be this big quarterback controversy thing now between Tyler Van Dyke and Jake Garcia, and it just bums me out so much. I don't know exactly what happened to Tyler Van Dyke, but his body language when he's out there on the field just screams uncomfortable and zero confidence. I mean, when we came out, his literal first pass of the game was an interception. And as soon as that happened, man, I had this just horrible, terrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. And no, it was not from the Taco Bell. And I still don't know that TVD has regressed as much as it might be him just not being comfortable in Josh Gaddis's offense. Or maybe it has to do with Frank Ponce. I mean, we were very excited and happy to have him join the staff, but maybe he's been tweaking TVD's throwing mechanics or his footwork. I honestly don't have an answer, and it's tough for me to understand. I still think it just goes back to him not, playing well with Gaddis's offense, because obviously he put up big numbers under Rhett Lashley, and we know there are some big differences between those two offenses. So maybe he is just truly not comfortable running this offense. Maybe it's not tailored around his, strong suits, and he just struggles with it. Either way, at the end of the day, Josh Gaddis's offense and Tyler Van Dyke do not mix. So then, after lots of booing from the crowd at Hard Rock Stadium, to kick off the third quarter, Mario Cristobal and the staff send out second-string quarterback Jake Garcia, and he breathes some new life into our offense. I mean, we march down the field and we score on that first possession with him at the helm. And if you'll notice, we took some more shots downfield with Garcia in that offense. So did we change up the play calling based on the quarterback that was in? Or was it more so Garcia just being more comfortable in that offense, and he just has a little better vision in this offense than TVD? I don't know. You tell me. I really don't know what to think. I know that when Garcia came out, the offense seemed to respond to him a little better. Garcia seems to be a more vocal leader. And again, the offense overall, while not perfect, still nowhere near, not even close to where we want it to be, it did look a little smoother and a little better. And coming into this season, we talked about how there was going to be some adversity. We were going to have to go through some speed bumps, and, we wanted to see how the team responded in those situations. And today we got some of that, because there was the lightning delay, which would have thrown, everything off a little bit. And then, Middle Tennessee came out and punched us in the mouth. So how did we respond? We laid down and took it. We got out-coached and out-gained in almost every single category. And that's why I say, guys, I said this last week and I'm going to say it again. Money can buy an all-star staff, but it can't literally buy wins. I've also got some bad news for the running back room. We know that Chaney has been down and is still expected to be down for several weeks, but it was also announced after this game that Knighton is now dealing with an ankle injury, and Parrish is dealing with some sort of injury as well. So hopefully this changes after the bye week. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but at this very moment, we are technically down to one scholarship running back, Thad Franklin, and then the walk-ons. Now, I'm a big fan of the walk-ons, right? I'm a big fan of Walden. I'm a big fan of Stanley. I like those guys, plus a couple of other names that I didn't mention. But it is still it's a very scary thought. So hopefully that's something, again, that's not an issue after the bye week. And I preached it all offseason that I never expected a full 180 for this program year one under Mario Cristobal. But I will say that I did fully expect for us to consistently beat and compete with teams like Middle Tennessee. I expected us to come out looking more prepared, and if we came out and got down, we would fight back and win the game. Again, Middle Tennessee, y'all. If we can't hang with Middle Tennessee, what makes you think that we're going to compete in the ACC and go to the ACC championship game? Bro, we lost to Middle Tennessee. I guess my saying is true. Sometimes you lose games you thought you shouldn't and win games you thought you couldn't. So hopefully we've already taken care of the first part of the saying. Hopefully we can transition over to the second part of the saying and apply that to the rest of the season. Now, I don't want to be just all doom and gloom. Right now, I'm just being blunt, y'all. I'm a little bit emotional. I'm in my feelings. I know all Canes fans are. Everybody's pointing fingers. Everybody's fighting on Twitter, but at the end of the day, we're all family. So we have to kind of bring it together, and we have to understand that we're all on the same side. So let's not argue with each other, y'all. We might have different points of view, but let's just make sure that we hold everyone accountable and we do what we can to get better. But I'm absolutely sick and tired of seeing performances like this against inferior opponents. And, we had a little bit of a warning sign when we played Southern Miss with that slow start. We made the adjustments, came out in the second half and took care of business. But this is very scary to see this against a team like Middle Tennessee. So if you want me to give you a positive, I have but one from this game, at least at this point in time. And that, again, is that the offense did seem to look a little smoother under Jake Garcia. Again, I think that the players, respond to him a little bit better. And it's not that they don't respond to Tyler Van Dyke, but again, just look at his body language. Look at the way that he was acting throughout the game. Go back and rewatch it. Nothing screamed leader. There was zero confidence. I didn't see him jawing it up with everybody, trying to hype everybody up. I know he's calm, cool, and collected, and that's Tyler Van Dyke. That's who we know. That's who he is. We knew that. But I feel like, when the team is getting down like they are, the offense has not been consistently playing well. We need someone like Garcia who is a big, vocal leader that can come in and energize this offense. There's still some big-time issues with Gaddis and his play calling. There's still some serious issues with that receiver room. Keyshawn stepped up a little bit this afternoon. He returned a kickoff for a touchdown, had some big-time catches. Ladson went from 2 receptions in the first 3 games to, I think, 8 receptions tonight. So that is good to see. But there's still too many question marks. There's still way too many issues, and it doesn't fall on just one player or one person. Other than that, y'all, that's really honestly it. That's all I got. I just wanted to come on here honestly and vent a little bit. Right now, I'm just straight up embarrassed. I'm going to keep it real because everybody's all in my mentions, FSU fans and Middle Tennessee fans, Clemson fans, Alabama fans, Georgia fans, everybody in the ACC, all making fun of us. We are a laughing stock once again. And I will always rep the U. I bleed it, bro. I don't know anything else. I could never root for any other team. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I am embarrassed right now. I absolutely am. That performance was absolutely disgusting and unexcusable. Period. Let's jump over to ESPN and just take a quick look at the stats. I really probably shouldn't do this because it's going to make me even more upset, but it is what it is. We're just going to take a look at Miami. First downs, 26. Again, look at this, man. 26 first downs, 14 for Middle Tennessee. But they had big, explosive, chunk yardage plays. So it really didn't matter. We got to figure something out, man. Like, I don't want to necessarily be the Miami of old. But, man, we used to 1-2 minutes. That was plenty of time to score. Now, it's like if we don't have at least 8 minutes to put a drive together, we're not scoring. And then even when we do, we end up getting in the red zone and we have to settle for field goals. So, man, bro, we got to figure something out. Total yards on the afternoon for us, 367. 307 of that was passing, only 60 rushing yards. Are you kidding me? That is one thing that we could kind of hang our hats on going into this game, was at least we've been able to be physical and run the ball. Triple digits, 100 yards, 150 yards, 175 yards. Middle Tennessee knew that all they had to do was stack the box and dare us to throw the ball. That's literally all they had to do. And they shut us down. That's pitiful, man. Absolutely pitiful. Like I said, we got out-coached, bro. 4 penalties for 15 yards. 3 turnovers. Let's take a look at the box score. TVD went 16 of 32 for 138 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Jake Garcia, 10 of 19 for 169. We had Parrish, 14 carries for 57. Thad, 15 for 36. Jalen Knighton, 2 carries for 1. Receiving, Keyshawn Smith, 4 receptions for 81. Ladson, 6 for 65. We did see a couple from Mallory. Let's see, Arroyo, 2 for 21. We saw one for Skinner. That was a touchdown, bro. By the way, when they called that back, that was absolutely a touchdown for Skinner. Would it have affected the outcome of the game long term? No, we still would have lost, but I hate that he missed out on getting his first touchdown as a Miami Hurricane. That was absolutely a touchdown, my man. Defensively, Corey Flagg leading in total tackles. We did have 2 sacks. One was Flagg, one was Harvey. Still, man, I don't get it. I don't get it. How does a defense that only gives up 17 points to the Aggies give up 45 points to Middle Tennessee? Are the Aggies that bad, or is our defense that inconsistent? And that brings me to my closing statement. No consistency here, y'all. No consistency. Absolutely none. We think that our identity is physical and running the ball, yet Middle Tennessee shuts that down. I don't understand. I don't honestly know where we go from here. Thank goodness we have a bye week to try to figure some stuff out. And honestly, I need this bye week possibly more than the team needs the bye week, because your boy Coop is stressed, man. Super stressed. So I need a break anyways to kind of, get my mind right and relax a little bit before we get into ACC play. So the Canes right now, man, I mean, 2-2. I don't have any answers right now. And I'm not paid the big bucks. I'm not paid millions of dollars to figure this thing out. I'm just a dude on YouTube who talks Miami football. So hopefully the coaching staff can get it together. I don't want you to think it's all negative. It's just this is initially an initial reaction after the game. So of course I'm going to be heated. Of course I'm going to be upset. This loss is embarrassing, and it's unacceptable, man. It's freaking unacceptable. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's still always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, I'll see y'all in another one.